So I've had a week. One of those weeks where I've been on all kinds of coaching calls over the last 7 days, and I learned something that I want to share with you. And I'm going to tell you about something that I heard come up 5 different times from 5 completely different people. And all 5 completely are in different markets. And none of them knew exactly what when they were saying it, but they were all heading down the same thing. They were leading from behind a mask, not because they were weak or because they didn't care. Every agent, every mortgage pro, every leader that I work with, they're wearing one of these masks. So the first mask that I want to talk about is the busy mask. This busy mask sounds like I'm doing a lot, I'm active, I'm showing up. But the calendar, it isn't full. The pipeline is kind of empty. And they're going, I feel like I'm aligned to the same old thing. So I want you to ask yourself, does this sound like you? Does this sound like something that you've been doing or running with? Does it kind of sound like you? Because there's an agent that I talked to, and when I talked to this agent, we talked through this, and she had 254 contacts. She was touching people. She was working, but she couldn't tell the last time she had a real revenue conversation. She couldn't tell me. And I was like, this is a check-in, When did you have the last of those conversations that were really about generating revenue and not just a conversation? And were they check-ins? Did you have a real conversation with someone? Where did it go? And she struggled with it. And that's where I was like, okay, in my mind, I'm like, you're wearing this busy mask. You're in business, but not in business. So the second mask that I had come up in conversations was the wait mask. This one sounds a lot like when the market turns or when rates drop or when I have more time. In this mask, we're looking and we're we're waiting for outsources for results from external conditions. So the agents that I talked to in that avenue, they were growing, but not right now. And they were waiting for the market. And then they're making a decision. They took the market variable and were kind of holding on to it. And the agents that I know, the agents that are growing right now, that I'm talking with, those are agents who, despite the market, despite the things going on in the news, despite everything, they've made a decision. They took the market variable, they took everything right off the table. The only variable that was left for them was themselves. So they took that weight mask off. Using the outside world as a cover for internal work that you're avoiding, that's holding you back. So the third mask that I had lots of conversations that kept coming up with is the identity mask. This is the one, this one right here, guys, this one is the sneakiest. This one sounds reasonable. Or, I'm not that kind of leader yet. I'm not that kind of agent yet. I don't have that kind of stuff going on yet. I haven't been in long enough. This whole little thing that they're hiding behind. I'm not the type that charges that much. I heard on a call today, I'm not, this particular person is, I don't actively go out and recruit. I'm not that type of broker in this market. I keep hearing this all the time, always coming up. Here's actually what I said this week on the call with a team leader who got 4 hires this year. And that is a strong pipeline, whether it's buyers or agents or whatever. When you have a weak pipeline, that allows the market, it allows the agents, it allows everyone to walk all over you. They can be in control. The market, the news, everything out there can be in control. But when you have a strong pipeline, because you're out in conversations daily, you're out recruiting, you're out talking with lead generating, constantly talking with people that are interested in buying or selling or thinking about it, having strong kind of revenue conversations, that builds a culture within yourself that your business, it won't shrink to the size of your limited mindset identity. It will continue to outgrow. It'll continue to stretch past that mental ceiling that you're holding back. And that ceiling is how you see yourself. So that's the identity mask. That's the story you're telling yourself about who you are that's holding you back. That's holding your business back and is keeping you exactly where you're at. The aligned leader, this is what moves you into the opposite direction. What does it look like when someone takes the mask off? And that's what I call the aligned leader. And I don't mean the leadership title. I mean someone who is operating from the inside out, not the outside in, not the outside world holding them back, the news, other people's voices in your head, your own voice that is a drunk monkey voice. Not all of that stuff is holding you back. So you're leading from what looks like the 3 qualities of an aligned leader. And what they are is an aligned leader has clarity. They have clarity before production. They know who they are, who they serve, and why. They know that before they build any single strategy. Because the clarity, that's strategy number 1. They close the gap with alignment, not hustle. They don't outwork the gap. They don't muscle through it. They find where their daily actions are misaligned with their actual goals, and they fix it. They fix the right things. They get into consistency. They lead themselves first before they lead anyone. They can't lead a team. They can't lead their client. They can't lead anyone or recruit anyone or bring anyone in until they're doing the internal work. They're managing their own story. They're running the right program. When those things are aligned, that's when results start compounding. Not from effort, but from the right effort, at the right level, from the right place internally. I've been working on something that I'm calling the alignment scorecard. I've been working on it this week, and I can't wait to show it to everyone. And it's exactly what the title says. It's a tool to help you figure out where you're aligned, where you're misaligned, and where you're running the wrong program. It's free. It's a 15-question assessment. And at the end of it, you'll get a personalized breakdown of your biggest momentum blocker. Not a generic result, something specific to you. And after it, if it does hit home, it's something that you found some benefit from, right on that page, book a call with me. You can also get into my mic drops where clarity and all of the gap and the market, your identity, where I talk about those things, you'll get that. I'm going to empower you to take the mask off. Take this alignment test. I appreciate you so much. I hope you got something out of that. Sorry for that little middle spot where I screwed up a little bit, because I'll be honest with you, I had this thought in my head, but I couldn't articulate it. And have you ever been there? You ever been in where you've had a thought, but you can't articulate it? I'm sure you have. Don't let it stop you. Let me be proof that this bumbling idiot can still get through it, can still make an impact. So you don't have to put the pressure on yourself to be perfect. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you're not. What's perfect is your intention. And that's what I hope came across today is I want to make an intention, make an impact on you. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to stumble some words. I'm going to say some things and I'm going to backtrack. I hope you learn from that and you're like, you know what? I'm going to still go out and do it because I've got something to share. That's my mic drop.